I suspect the struts are not good on this vehicle, and definitely you can see that the car sinks too much and it kind of bounces, and definitely the struts are really bad on this vehicle, so they're going to be replaced. But I suspect that's not everything. There is something else going on here because too much clunking, too many noises, horrible noises. Let's check the wheel bearing. And the wheel bearing is damaged, it's not good. Now when the wheel does this, always check inside there. Sometimes it could be the ball joint that is loose. I suspect the ball joint is not good either, but in this case, the one that does this like this, see the wheel how it wobbles? That is the wheel bearing, so it's going to be replaced too. Alright, the passenger side, and on this side it's even worse. The wheel is wobbling. The difference is that it's not the wheel bearing in this case, but the ball joint. Both wheel bearings will be replaced too anyway, and the ball joints also. Look at the ball joint right there. See how wobbly it is? How loose. 19mm lug nuts here. And remember, safety first. We're using jack stands to put on the hard metal on the vehicle before getting under the vehicle. And I'm gonna work on the driver's side, taking out the outer tie rod, and see the boot on the rack and pinion. It's not installed, it's off. Let's see, right there, see? So I'm gonna see if we can fix that too. The carry pin. $18mm nut. I already sprayed some penetrating oil on all of the bolts and nuts that I'm gonna be dealing with. I'm gonna use the ball joint separator here. Now I'm gonna test it. Just pull it up and down, up and down. If you feel like it has a play inside, the ball joint has this kind of wobbly inside, then it has to be replaced. But this one is in very good condition, despite that it looks very old. So we're gonna leave the same one. 18mm nut for the swivel link. We're gonna take it out. So we're gonna test it also. Pull it up and down, up and down. If you feel the wobbles inside, or it's kind of loose, the ball joint inside, then it has to be replaced. This one is in very good condition, so we're gonna leave the same one. 14mm bolts here for the rubber brake hose, and 10mm bolts here for the ABS wheel speed sensor. $10mm bolt here for the wheel speed sensor. We're gonna take it out. This ABS wheel speed sensor has to be very clean before installing a bug. Before taking out the brake calipers, we're gonna open them a little bit. We have two 17mm bolts here for the brake caliper, one here and another one here. Always inspect the thread of the bolts or the brake calipers. This one's are in very good condition. 32mm axle nut, we're gonna take it out, and this one is not bent in any area here, so it's just a matter of taking it out. But if it would be bent on one side, then I will have to get it straight before taking it out. Otherwise I'm gonna ruin the thread here. Alright, let's separate these two parts here, strut and hub assembly here. 21mm nut and 18mm bolt here on this side, and this is 22mm nut and 22 on this side too. $19mm nut here for the ball joint and the spindle. Flex head adapter. It came out very easily. 19mm nut here for the ball joint, lower ball joint, and this is 18mm bolt to separate the entire spindle here from the control arm. Now I have to take out the ball joint. I don't need any ball joint separator. Also, this ball joint is shut. See, it's all cracked right there. The boot, once the boot is cracked, the air goes inside and the air dries the grease and everything, and metal with metal start contacting each other. That's not good. Even though this one, it doesn't have any wobble inside. I'm trying to pull it out, in and out, in and out, and I don't feel any wobble, but it's shut anyway. This is the hub assembly here. See how it moves? We're gonna turn it, spin it. See how noisy? It's so noisy, very noisy. It's not good. It's shut. All right, I'm gonna proceed to remove the strut. We come on top of the engine here. This is the engine bay, 314mm nut. You can remove all of this if you want to, including the wipers, but you don't have to. Oops. See the 314mm nut right there? I'm gonna use this 14mm wrench. Now this process is kind of slow like this. Once you break the nuts loose, what you do is you lift up the strut from beneath like this, so there is no pressure here on top, and you can pull out the nuts by hand. This is the second nut here. This is the last one. That's the hole empty already for the strut. And this is the strut. It has to be replaced. And I want to say this side is exactly the same as the passenger side to pull out everything. So if something else comes up, then I'll show that. Otherwise, I'm not gonna show how to take everything out of there. And the passenger side, something else came up here. The ball joint here and the swivel link is not good. When I pull it in and out, the ball joint has play here. It has wobble inside. It's loose. We're gonna replace it. And with this being replaced, I'm gonna replace the one on the passenger and the driver side too. Right on the passenger side, something really quick here. And I just want to show the ball joint. See the ball joint? I have not touched it from here at all. This is how it is. See? That's why a lot of clunking here, a lot of noise on the vehicle. Not to mention the swivel links also, but this one here. And something I want to mention really quick is please do not put the carry pins like that. That is a disaster. See the carry pin? Seems like a snake. That is a bad job. Whoever installed the carry pin right there. When I put a new one, it's not gonna be like that. The new one I installed is going to be very safe, and it's not gonna be hard to take it out. It's going to be very easy pulling it out because the nut is so loose. It's only turning and turning. I wanna see if I can use a fork. Maybe this helps. I don't know. Let's see if I can use another one here. Here we go. Look at this ball joint. The ball joint is wobbling inside a lot. This vehicle was clunking so much when it was being driven. As a matter of fact, they did not want to drive it anymore. And it started to rain here already, so I won't be able to press the bearings in. I'll bring them to the machine shop so they can do it for me. 17mm bolts here for the swivel link. We're gonna take it out. Here is the swivel link. The ball joint is playing inside. It has a lot of wobble. Alright, the new swivel link here, the size is a little bit different. Allen, as you can see here, is 5. And the old one here is 6. So it changed the size a little bit. The size of the nut on the new one doesn't change. It's 17mm nut. and you're gonna tighten them 55 foot-pounds. All right, tightening the sway bar link right there. As you can see, two 17mm wrenches, one here on this side to hold it, and the other one is a ratcheting wrench on the other side, 17mm wrench. Passenger side or either driver side is exactly the same. Once the sway bar link has been tightened or is getting close to be tightened to 55 foot-pounds, I stop doing it with this one here because it's a ratcheting wrench. It's dangerous to break it. Use some kind of wrenches like this, and I'm gonna leave it right there like this for now. This is the driver side and this is the CV axle. We're gonna replace it too. I didn't realize at the beginning and it was so visible. See the bolt right there? It's all ripped off, and the grease seems like it's kind of dry already, so I'm not gonna take chances. I'm gonna replace it. I'm not gonna replace only the boot because this vehicle was making a lot of clunking noises, strange noises, cracking noises. All right, I'm gonna try to take out the axle here, and I'm gonna use this pry bar here. It's kind of long pry bar, as you can see, and I'm gonna get the axle like this in the air, because if the axle is resting on something like on the control arm, then it's very hard to pull it out from there. I'm gonna see if it works. I'm not sure, but let's see. It doesn't want to come out, so I'm gonna pull out one piece, this here, because it already came apart. Here is the piece of axle. All right, that's the piece of axle right there, and I'm prying it out from here with the pry bar. But once I put the pry bar here and I put pressure to pull it out, the axle moves that way. Once it moves that way, it gets crooked inside, so it gets a lot of pressure and it doesn't want to come out. So in that case, putting something here will help. So I just put some pressure here. This is a fork. This is like a jack stand here. I put it on this side, so when I pry it out from here, I want this thing to come out straight. Because as I said, if it gets crooked, you're not gonna be able to pull it out. I'm gonna support the pry bar here, and this part here, there's not too much space. This part of the pry bar is gonna be supported right there. See if it works, and have a bucket on the floor too right there for any transmission fluid that might come out. And this is the part number here for the CV axle, right there. And I'll lubricate here a little bit, so it goes lubricated with the same transmission fluid. Something I forgot to mention is the seal. The seal is very good on the transmission. It was not leaking at all. And it went all the way inside already. But just in case, just always look on the other side right there by beneath the vehicle, so just in case. But in this case, it's all the way inside. All right, the new strut here on the driver's side, we're gonna install it right now. My friend is gonna pick it up from here, and he's gonna try to get it up there. That's the hole right there, as you can see. The size nuts change on the new strut, 15mm nuts. All right, now my friend is gonna get it up there, and I'm gonna be waiting up there with the nuts to put the nuts by hand. Ay. Right there. Ay. Right there. Ensure the nuts goes all the way inside by hand. You can let it go. Alright, in case if this bracket here, this support here is aftermarket, not from Toyota, then you're gonna tighten the nut at 37 foot-pounds, 37. But if this bracket here, this support here is from Toyota made, then you're gonna tighten this nut at 29 foot-pounds, 29. So in my case, this bracket is from Toyota, so I'm gonna tighten this nut 29 foot-pounds. Before anything, we're gonna tighten the nut right there, kind of like a little bit with a ratchet wrench. And that's how the strut looks here beneath the vehicle. Right there too. And this is the information here for the strut. This is for the driver's side. And this is the new bearing here. They installed it on the machine shop. It's very good. No problem with that. I didn't have time to do it. We're gonna install the ball joint. I had to transfer this bolt here for these ball joints because these ball joints don't come with this bolt here. I don't know why. I'm gonna put it by hand here right now. I said this assembly here was for the driver's side, but actually it's for the passenger side. This one is the one for the driver's side. And now if you're gonna tighten this nut, you're gonna tighten this nut here at 76 inch-pounds. If you have the engine code 2ZRFE, engine code 76 inch-pounds. If you have the engine code 28ZFE, then you're gonna install this nut, or you're gonna tighten it or torque it to 91 foot-pounds. That's how Toyota does it. And these three here, you're gonna tighten them, you're gonna torque them 65 foot-pounds, 65. And here is the information for the ball joints. Both of them, driver and passenger side, they both the same part number. All right, we're gonna install the carry pin. If you saw the video at the beginning, these carry pins were horrible. It took me some time to pull them out. I leave them like this. See the head of the pin here? It easily can be pulled out. And I'm gonna cut a little bit here. I'm gonna cut a little bit of the carry pin. So in the near future, it's not gonna be hard to take it out with the head over here accessible. And the legs are gonna bend just a little bit enough so it's safe and it doesn't come out. From another angle right there, as you can see, now if someone takes it out in the near future, all they do is they close it like that with a plier, and this is accessible, see? So the head of the pin, the carry pin, is accessible here, so that's how I leave it. One more time, this is the driver's side. Alright, the ball joints, I already showed the part number. I do not recommend these ball joints. These ball joints are garbage. See, when I try to tighten the nuts here, they go at 65 foot-pounds. Two of them, one bolt, one stud on the other one, also that's the same. It only turns and turns and it goes nowhere. See the grooves here? The grooves are not good. The nut never made it all the way to tighten correctly, so I had to take it out, and taking it out took me about 20 minutes because it only turns and turns. I had to put some pressure here with a screwdriver, so I do not recommend these ball joints at all. Alright, we replaced the ball joint, and this ball joint seems to be much better than the previous ones. This one is the part number here, a little bit different. It doesn't have for pin here, carry pin, and this one has this bolt is coming with this bolt here. This one, so it has the three of them, so very good. The other one didn't have this one, and again I'm working on the driver's side here. Basically what we do right there is just install the nuts by hand. The bolts here and the strut, the fat bolt goes here, and the skinnier one, which is a large bolt, longer bolt, goes here. Alright, it started to rain really hard here, and also it's gonna snow. It's raining already really hard, so I'm gonna provide the torque specification and in a specific part of the video. Here is the torque specification for all the bolting nuts I'm dealing with. This is 158, 158, foot-pounds. Testing the vehicle here to see if it makes noises like it used to, like clanking, cracking, and strange noises. The entire suspension was really bad on this vehicle. It needs a wheel alignment, of course, after one of these jobs, but the vehicle is driving so smoothly, no noises anymore. Noises are gone. I checked the transmission fluid level and everything is good. No need to add some transmission fluid. The transmission fluid needs to be changed because it looks very black already. I think they're gonna do that soon. Thanks for watching this video and stay blessed.